What's your name and what school do you go to?
I'm Joel Daka. I'm from Matopo High School.
What was your experience like at the orthodontic surgery?
Yeah, it was a nice one. I really experienced a lot. I also gained a lot from where I was at a surgery today.
What did you learn about the business side of an orthodontic surgery?
From my own experience, I think so. It is more essential to love your future career, not to base on what incomes you get.
So what machines and tools did you use?
Yeah, we're using the electrical vibrating machine, which is mostly used for cleaning the teeth. So basically, I've learned how it operates properly.
Tell me what you learned about becoming a doctor.
As an aspiring young doctor, I learned that for an individual to be a doctor, you first have to go for 8 years here in Zimbabwe at university level. Then after those 8 years, you'll be just a general practitioner. And then after those 8 years, if you feel like specializing, you can specialize for another 4 years to make it a total of 12 years.
Are there any special thanks that you'd like to give?
Yeah, let me take this opportunity to thank YST, which stands for Young Striving and Thriving. They are really indeed uplifting us. Thank you to Ms. Sharma, the facilitator of the organization, and the others. Thank you a lot.
What's your name and what school do you go to?
My name is Nicole Mafigela and I'm from Matopo High.
What was your experience like at the orthodontists and dentists?
Okay, I managed to get first-hand information from the doctors there, and I got to learn what it is like to be a doctor. I got the first-hand experience, and I learned that you should be passionate, and the people there were very accommodating, and I'm very grateful to them.
What was your experience like with the people from the orthodontists and dentists?
I got to have an opportunity to mingle with the people there, and I learned a lot. I got to learn that you should be passionate about your patients, you should be driven, you should be disciplined as a doctor, and you should always tell yourself remind yourself of the lifestyle that you promised yourself, and you should be driven mostly and disciplined. So yeah.
What machines or tools did you interact with?
Okay, we used a vibrating brush to clean teeth for children, and there was a suction, and yeah, they used to drain the paste out of the patient's mouth, and yeah, it was very inspiring. So yeah.
What did you learn about being a doctor?
Okay, I got to learn about the program. It's first you get through the biomedical sciences before you venture into medicine on as a program too. Then, even if you fail to get to medical school, but then you'll be left with a biomedical degree, and then after that, that takes about 6.5 years. Then the next 2 years it will be internship. Then after that, if you want to specialize, and sometimes specializing takes 4 years, and that sums up to something like 12 years. And yeah, that's what I learned.
Are there any thanks that you'd like to give?
I would like to express my gratitude to Young Striving and Thriving YST, for giving us this opportunity as young people and showing us that this is a world full of possibilities, that as a young person we have the power to be what we want to be, and I'm very grateful for that. And I would also like to encourage other girls like me to venture more into such programs and get first-hand information.
What's your name and what school do you go to?
I am Sergio Mdilo. I learn at Matopo High School.
What was your experience like at CFCC?
I had an opportunity to interact with the counselors. They taught us how counselors learn with themselves, how they interact with other people, and the requirements for one to be a counselor.
What was your experience like with the people there?
The people there welcome us very well. They have hospitality as their organization stated, Family Counseling Center. They welcomed us, they introduced themselves to us, introduced the officials there, and they even had an opportunity to interact with us, almost all of them.
What did you learn about the business side of counseling?
Funde ukuthi a contact family counseling center ama-services abo ba-offer for free, and abantu ababancedisayo bayakwanisa ukuthi xa kungathiwa kufunakala ama-medical or they can help their patients with financially, and bakwanisa ukubabhadalela ama-services abefunakala esibhedlela.
What did you learn about being a counselor?
I learned that a counselor should have ethical principles, and it must be someone who wishes to change the lives of people, one who can offer help, give counseling to people in a good way, not in a bad way. For example, let's say a counselor.
Tell us about the YST program.
Okokuqala ngizathanda ukubonga i-YST program ukusinika ithuba lokuthi sikwazi ukuya interact labantu abenza imisebenzi esiyifisayo sesikhulile. I-YST program isincede kakhulu ngoba isenzele ifavor yokuthi sikwanise ukuya interact labantu abenza ama-dream job ethu for free, asange sabhadala lutho. Kwenza njalo.